Sour Patch Kids are gummy candies that, for some reason, are shaped like human children. Sort of. Have you ever stopped to wonder why these sour treats look like a tiny person with a radical haircut? Who decided that was a good shape for candy? Well, today we're going to take a look at why Sour Patch Kids are shaped like kids. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History Food channel. After that, please leave a comment and let us know what other candies you would like to hear about. Okay, time for some sweet facts about some sour candies. Sour Patch Kids are gummy candies that have a unique sweet and sour taste, which is the result of a coating made from sugar, citric acid, and tartaric acid, the former providing the sweet and the latter two providing the sour. They were created in the early 1970s by a confectioner named Frank Galatoli, who worked for a company called Jarrett International, and they were initially released in Ontario, Canada, available in both packages and bulk candy bins. Galatoli named his creation Mars Men because to his eyes they were shaped like tiny humanoid aliens. Also, that shape and the name were both an attempt to cash in on the popularity of space exploration at the time. That popularity did not last, but Jarrett International's determination to ride the coattails of a pop culture fad did. When the Cabbage Patch Kids became all the rage in the 80s, the Mars Men were rebranded as Sour Patch Kids. As far as we can tell, the Cabbage Patch folks never sued over the similarity. But had they realized the candy would stay popular longer than their toy, we think they might have. Anyway, along with the rebranding, Jarrett also changed the shape of the candies, so they would resemble human children rather than aliens. That being said, we suspect some of that alien DNA remained in the formula, because those so-called kids look pretty weird. If you're wondering why you never saw Mars Men on the shelves of an American 7-Eleven, it's because they were sold exclusively in Canada. The product wasn't actually sold in the United States until 1985, which, not coincidentally, was the same year it was given its now familiar name. At that point, the candy was being offered in just 4 colors and flavors: green, which was lime; yellow, which was lemon; orange, which was orange; and red, which was red berry. Got that? The Sour Patch Kids line was originally marketed with the cartoon mascot, which was a young boy with blonde hair and his tongue sticking out. The look of that mascot was possibly based on the appearance of Frank Galatoli's son, Scott, and the candy's packaging was left virtually unchanged for years. It probably made high school tough for Scott. The boy was eventually redesigned with a baseball hat for some reason, and in 1992, a girl mascot was added to the package alongside the boy. The candy would keep that look for the next 18 years, after which both mascots were ditched in favor of a cartoon image of the candy itself. Sour Patch Kids were also long marketed with the advertising slogan, "Sour, Sweet, Gone," which refers to the taste sensation consumers are supposed to experience when eating the product. But while marketing slogans and mascots are no doubt important, most experts agree that what really turned Sour Patch Kids into a national brand were their availability in movie theaters. Incidentally, hardcore Sour Patch Kids fans have long held that the ones available in movie theaters taste better than the packages available in stores, or the loose ones sold in bulk candy bins. And there may be some truth to the rumor. Not because the ones sold in movie theaters are any different from the others, but because movie theaters tend to sell out their supply and restock faster than other retail outlets, which means their Sour Patch Kids don't go stale nearly as often. That big difference between Sour Patch varieties? You're eating stale candy, Jack. Since the late 1990s, Sour Patch Kids have been manufactured by Mondelez International, a multinational corporation with over $25 billion a year in revenue. Of course, that doesn't all come from selling Sour Patch Kids. They also make Chips Ahoy, Oreos, Ritz Crackers, Wheat Thins, Trident, Dentine, Chiclets, and countless other supermarket staples. The folks at Mondelez decided to add Blue Raspberry Sour Patch Kids to the standard package in 2013 because Blue Raspberry is a recession-proof flavor. Mondelez are also behind Sour Patch Exploders, which have a soft, sour liquid center, as well as Sour Patch Kids Extreme, which are typically considered the most sour candy of the whole line. And it's also thanks to Mondelez that a whole bunch of other consumer goods, ranging from foodstuffs to beauty and bath products, now carry the Sour Patch Kid brand, including Sour Patch Gum, Sour Patch Ice Cream, and Sour Patch Ice Pops. That same year also brought the release of Post's Sour Patch Kids cereal. That cereal features pieces shaped like Sour Patch Kids, which are dusted with the same sour sugar that the candies are. That sugar then dissolves in the milk, which is supposedly a good thing, despite the fact sour milk is among the last things most people want to eat. The most recent addition to the Sour Patch line are Sour Patch Kids Oreos, which dropped in 2024, because Oreos are the mad titan of cookies. The Sour Patch variety are just regular golden Oreos, but with some of that sour sugar added to the cream filling. To be honest, many people were accidentally making that snack themselves long before the two brands made it official. No candy makes it through life unscathed, not as long as moms and dentists and moms who are dentists are around. And Sour Patch Kids are no exception. For starters, eating too much sour candy can cause painful mouth burns. That sensation is actually a byproduct of the copious amounts of citric and malic acid found in such candies. And it's more than just a mild annoyance. A 2008 study carried out by a group of pediatric dentists and published in the peer-reviewed Journal of the Minnesota Dental Association found that sour candies, like Sour Patch Kids, have a pH level that's closer to that of battery acid than it is to that of water. Combine that with all the sugar that they contain and the fact that their gummy nature makes them stick to your teeth, and what you have might as well be a weapon scientifically designed to cause tooth decay. All that acid is also what explains those painful mouth burns, which get worse the longer you hold the candy in your mouth. This has given rise to the schoolyard rumors that eating too many Sour Patch Kids can damage your taste buds. But your taste buds regenerate pretty regularly, so there's no chance of permanently damaging them. Your teeth, however, do not. So that's still a thing you should worry about if you're grubbing up Sour Patch Kids regularly. Then there's cancer. And we're not talking about the zodiac crab. Sour Patch Kids, like Skittles, Starburst, and Swedish Fish, are made with an ingredient called titanium dioxide. It's also used in sunscreen and white paint, which legally makes it extra delicious. Titanium dioxide was banned by the EU after studies showed it could cause intestinal inflammation, immune system damage, and yes, cancer. Inspired by the EU, California almost banned the substance along with a host of other suspect chemicals back in 2023. The idea was to pressure candy companies into dropping the substance from its recipes, but for reasons unknown, titanium dioxide was removed from the legislation at the last second. Big Sour must have got to them. Nonetheless, a few of those companies may have gotten the message. In 2025, it was reported that Skittles were dropping titanium dioxide from the recipe. It's still in a whole bunch of other candies, including Sour Patch Kids. They're just too wild and crazy. Frank Galatoli passed away at the age of 74 on October 22, 2016. But he lived long enough to see the candy he invented become a bona fide cultural phenomenon and a favorite of kids everywhere, thanks to the brand's efforts to maintain a loyal young fan base. For example, back in December of 2011, they released a Sour Patch Kids-themed video game called World Gone Sour. Available for both PlayStation and Xbox, the game puts the player into the shoes of a green Sour Patch Kid, who falls out of his bag after it's purchased by a patron at a movie theater. It's like Kafka meets sour gummies. The game drew lukewarm reviews and was delisted in 2015. That would be the Sour Patch Kids' last foray into video gaming, but it wouldn't be their last attempt to cozy up to young consumers. In 2021, the brand partnered up with pop star Olivia Rodrigo to promote her debut album, which just happened to be called Sour. The promotion took the form of a contest where winners won a custom mix of purple Sour Patch Kids, which matched the color of the album cover. As of now, there are no plans to tour together. In the spirit of Trollsmas, Sour Patch Kids shocked the world by announcing the candy was changing its name in March of 2025. In a series of social media posts, the brand claimed it was being shortened to just Patch Kids. That sounds like a mediocre improv troupe, which is worse than a bad improv troupe. The newly christened Patch Kids further taunted fans with posts like, "Our decision is final," and "We cannot stand by and be called not sour in our comments." You don't appreciate our sour, so we're taking it back." The post sparked a ton of online discussion, but not everyone was buying it, as the announcement was made very close to April Fool's Day. Sure enough, the whole thing was revealed to be a joke on April 1st, as Sour Patch Kids posted the messages, "Sour forever," and "I love being sour," across its social media. Oh, those sour little rascals. It seems that even after decades of being the most popular Martians on the playground, Sour Patch Kids are still going strong. If you're a fan, odds are you're a fan for life, depending on how you feel about chemical mouth burns. So what do you think? Are you a Patch Kid? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're at it, check out some of these other weird history food videos.